Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and
a big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 94 yards, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end.
And got his man complete. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Going to 53.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You're not ready. You're not ready.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
This will be caught just inside the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. They'll run with Fournette, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 14-10. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Joker.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Bring it. Check 20. Red 80. Set.
Off of play action, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
A gain of 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Neil Sterling, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Prescott down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
53 is the mic.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
47. Hey, 47. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Wild Bill. 26.
And again, it's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's see what you got. Hey, kill. Let's go. 47. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, I'm coming. Share. We're going to 54. Why? 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. The throw taken in by Cole. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A handoff to Fournette. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Check three. 26.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Ready? Right, check, 59, 59. Here we go. Watch it. Ready? Safety's creeping.
Darnold. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Let's go.
A gain of 11.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Letting one go deep for Enunwa. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Enunwa, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Darnold to throw again. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down.
He's coming. He's coming. Double up.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Prescott. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lambeau will put this one through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This one taken from the 7. So we hit that. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Everyone, go right in. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got it.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Here's Prescott. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
On third down, Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing, Prescott. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Here we go, 46.
A first down throw for Prescott. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a second down.
Check 53's mine. You gonna see me in your
Prescott yet again. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Josh Lambo on the field. A 33-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. 77 yards. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2.
Sponge! No! You and 80. General West. You got time right there.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 53, Mike. Push him back. Kill. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in.
First down, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Let's go, D.
Here's Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now Darnold, and he spins through. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Antonio Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
53. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Prescott on first down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Here we go.
Prescott from the gun. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Here we go. Check 53. Hey, kill. 26. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. 26.
Prescott now. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47.
Here we go, 47. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Record. 26.
Fournette running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now on 2nd and 16. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now it's Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return will stop right around the 25. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott out to Cole on the right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
53, check 53. We're going to 53. Check 43.
26. On 1st down, it's Blue. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Keelan Cole. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Come on, QB, come on. Switch, lady.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
The give is to Bell. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll go again with Bell. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check 37, check 37. Lady, the lady, the lady.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The defense did their job, 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go. Go right in. 59. Come on. Here we go. 46, 46. That's it. Check 59, Mike. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double dog, double dog. That's the way.
To throw is Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Prescott. And it's incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that, that could finish things off for them.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Fournette on the counter. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Shedding the tackler, that gives him some room. He's got daylight. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
There you go. Go right in. 59. That's what I do. Check, 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 check. Say. And we're going to 54. Right in.
Prescott to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Count. 47.
Check 99.
Now Prescott. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
26.
Here's Prescott. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Here we go.
50 seconds to Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Then we're going to 53.
57 to Mike. Oh, try. Let's go.
Here we go. 46.
Let's go. Deep, tighten up. Shift.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line. 26.
They'll look to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
47. 26.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
At the 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Young lady. Cute. We go, young lady.
Now it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 38-yard line.
Young lady. Hey, lady.
Get that ball.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown.
Today's final
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Jets, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week.